Hey guys, Kurt's here with you today. Today I want to go over a couple of different things here. So I want to go over this sheet set here as well as a comforter. But before I get too much into that, I kind of want to show you what we're doing as far as the color. You see here on the wall, we are in the process of painting. This is the original color. It is your kind of typical beige that lots of homes have. This is the color we're doing in the room. Zoom in a little bit there. So you kind of see we're going for like a darker green. So we tried to find a sheet set here that was a similar color, and it's pretty close, I think. And this also we just got just a kind of, a little bit of contrast in color, but still kind of trying to go for the same basic feel. So first I'm gonna go over the actual sheets here. So we just actually got this. We didn't even wash it. We just kind of went and put it on before we, decide if we want to keep it or not, which we definitely are. And that's why you see some wrinkles. It hasn't been washed yet. But it had several pieces. Here is the actual sheet that came with it. This is the fitted sheet. It did come with 4 of the pillowcases. We generally only have 3 on our bed, so we kind of got a spare pillowcase. But as far as the actual material goes, let me get the actual tip here. So this is kind of the end. It comes with a nice kind of little decorative wide piece. It does have some stitching in here. That's something I always try to pay attention to, is whenever you see lots of stitching, generally speaking, the more the merrier, because the less stitching there is, if one little thread comes out, your pillowcase or whatever it is you're looking at, it's going to fall apart on you. So you definitely want to see lots and lots of stitching. Again, generally speaking, the more stitching, the longer it's going to last, kind of that higher quality it is. But the actual material itself, right now, is still a little bit stiff. But again, that's extremely common until you wash it at least once. Again, we haven't washed it at all yet. So it's still a little bit stiff. But it does have kind of a silky material, which I do appreciate. We do have lots of dogs in our house and cats too. So we're always trying to look for something to try to be easy to wipe off or easy to clean. Something that the dog hair and cat hair is just not going to like stick to. And I definitely think that's going to do a trick, or the trick. And you kind of see here, we have a light kind of hitting it. There's like almost a sheen to it. So I think that's going to be very, very good for the dogs. But so far, so good. I mean, it's got a good color to it, a good feel. Now, moving on to the comforter here. So similar thing, you see we got kind of a sheen to it. Now this is almost like I'm trying to think what it's called here, kind of like a microfiber. I don't think they make a whole lot of couches out of that anymore. But at one point, a lot of the couches you buy was made out of microfiber. And that's pretty much exactly what this feels like. You see it has kind of some of the little, almost like wear look to it. Makes it look a little bit, see if that changes when you do it. Yeah, you can see kind of it. If you rub it that way, it looks a little bit different. Rub it that way, it kind of slightly changes it. So that way it always looks a little bit different from day to day. And again, that's what it's supposed to do. So that's definitely a good thing. Now on the flip side of it, it is not the same material. This is a softer, material, probably a little bit something you'd want on your skin. And again, if you wanted to, you could definitely flip this over if you just want to have a different look. This is very, very soft. Now, again, we just got this as well. This has not been washed yet, but it's very, very soft, very good material. And it's relatively lightweight. We didn't want anything too heavy that we had to take on and off every time we wanted to get in here. So if you want to take it off, obviously you could, but it's light enough that you can also use this as kind of a day in, day out type thing. Now, a couple of the different pillowcases it came with, let's see, move this out of the way so you can kind of see. This is your kind of typical, I guess, rectangle. Now you see these are king size pillow. I think all these pillow shams, but this is a king size. We personally do not like king size pillows. So these are your kind of standard pillows. But so everything's going to be a little bit oversized on these. But that's your typical kind of rectangle shape. And it has the same material. It has that kind of microfiber. On the other side, again, has a nice soft normal fabric. It also came with, let's try to see here, this is a rectangle again. There it is, it's kind of hidden right there in front of me. Now this is something a little bit different, or at least different to me, something I'm not super used to. It came with a couple of these square ones. So this would definitely be something nice to help decorate. They're pretty much a perfect square. So to find a pillow for this, that's something I want to have to look into. Again, I think it's going to look really nice. I'm just not super familiar with that type of pillowcase, but it looks very good though. And again, it's going to be the same thing. It has the soft bit on one side, kind of the microfiber on the other. Now, one thing I do wish they would have did on this is I wish that they would have made this kind of where you could flip it. Because right now, again, this has that kind of sheen look to it. This has the sheen look to it. Again, your rectangle ones, wherever they are, they kind of have the same sheen look to them. So it would have been nice if they made these where you can kind of reverse them. So that way, if you did want to flip the comforter over and kind of get that color, again, you could flip these or leave them. But again, it's not a bad thing, just something I think they could have did maybe just to make it a little bit more fun. But all in all, I'm very, very happy with this. Again, I think that's going to look good with our new color we got going on over there. So there you go, guys. So I hope somebody out there got something from this video. And thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.